I like, click, subscribe, do all that. You already know what time it is. It's Netflix time. This movie's called The Swarm. A single mother breeds locusts as high protein food, but has trouble getting them to reproduce until she finds they have a taste for blood. So it's a French horror film. It just came out. It's about an hour 41 minutes long. Spoiler alert, let's just get it. So we got Virginia here checking up on her livestock, and she breeds a bunch of damn locusts. But because she's only giving them jelly and grass, they ain't getting thick enough, and basically they're out there dying. While she's trying to find more people that's willing to buy these locusts, her son Gaston's got to go to soccer practice. Gaston's sister's Laura is taking him, one that's taking him. And she's getting picked on by normal kids, because basically they think her mom's a freak. It's like, what the fuck, get a regular job. You out here trying to sell locusts and shit. So she basically breeds these locusts so other people can sell them to them, and they can feed other animals with it, like ducks and all that other stuff. But to some people out there, they use the dead ones as a delicacy, and they actually eat them themselves. Well, anyway, she's running low on some money. She got to ask her friend Kareem for some cheese. Laura's already getting sick of these damn locusts. She asks her mom about Gaston going to summer camp or something. Then she goes back to work on the locusts. Laura checks her phone and sees a video of a dude earlier making fun of her and shit. Because every now and then she basically has to help her mom out with the locust stuff. Gaston actually has a couple of them in a glass container. He actually got a cut on his fingers for playing soccer, so he let one of the locusts actually eat his scar and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, you gotta be a weird family to actually be selling locusts, right? Well, anyway, mom ships off some of the boxes in town. Laura meets up with this dude again. Then he starts talking shit to her like, look, it ain't my fault that your dad hung himself. Something about him herding goats. Then they get the beef and mom breaks it up. She gets back home and takes a shower. Laura's had enough of this locust stuff. They have a mother and daughter heart to heart. They're talking about making enough money so they can move and get up out of there. But Virginia knows she ain't got no goddamn cheese. Next day they all playing games. Gaston's got his little goat friend. Just chilling and shit. Next day, Laura goes to school, chilling with her friend Ryan. Then she goes over to confront these niggas again. But she's basically telling them she's about to move in a month. She ain't gotta see these fuckers no more. But they really don't care. Now we got this guy willing to buy a bunch of locusts because he's trying to feed his ducks. And her going rate was trying to be no less than $950. But she'll settle for $800. But this nigga said he'll give a check for $200 and your friend to cover the rest. She ain't falling for the bullshit, so she's like, fuck that, the deal's off. Then she goes to one of her greenhouses and throws a freaking rage. But ends up slipping on something and knocking herself out. She wakes up seeing the locusts all bloody and realizes they've been feasting on her arm. And she noticed she cut herself. Of course, she goes back to the house of the kids like nothing's wrong. And this old man pops up trying to find his dog. And he found his dog. Later on, she ends up chilling with Kareem. He asks her why she don't go back to being a nurse. But she wasn't exactly a nurse, she was a nurse's aide. Later on, she's heading back to the house. Then she hears locusts going crazy. She texts the tent and sees these motherfuckers are actually getting thicker. So drinking her blood made them look more healthy. So the next day, what her crazy ass decides to do is to put her arm in one of the holding spots and let them feast on her damn arm. It's like, what the fuck? Apparently, one of them got caught in her arm. So basically, because of her blood, they've been rapidly producing eggs and laying them much quicker. So while they're all sitting there eating dinner at the table, Gaston has one in a box and this thing starts jumping and the box jumps up. So it's like, damn, this locust is getting strong. Well, anyway, mom lied to Laura, said they're not really moving, the timing's not right and all this other stuff, and she gets pissed off. Gaston's about to go to soccer camp soon. Laura's sick and tired of financially living off a goddamn locust. And Virginia's like, we gotta make this pop off. The thing we keep seeing is there are locusts eating each other. The ones that have had Virginia's blood are eating the ones that are just regular. So she goes back in the greenhouse, gives him some more blood. Talks to Kareem. Kareem's getting us some better deals. He's trying to get close to her, but this is not a woman you want to get close to. Anyway, for the locust that died, she's getting her harvest popping. Talks to this guy again, and he ends up giving her $500 for the batch. Which is not quite enough, but more than what he was giving her before. Well, it gets to a point where she can't keep cutting herself. So with some of the money she made, she ends up buying some blood from the hospital. Like a good 30 liters worth. And she's got them all in zipped up pouches. You know, that's what all the locusts are saying. Laura's looking all frustrated at the whole shit. It's about 2 in the morning at this point. She catches her mom going out to the greenhouse. Laura's like, what the fuck is she doing out there this late? Next day, she's chilling with her friend Luke. I don't know, it's like a friend or boyfriend or nothing really. Then she tells Gaston to go to the whole place somewhere else so they can sit on the couch. And she gets so pissed off at hearing the noises in the greenhouse that she goes berserk and starts slicing the bags open. Then they chill out in the barn and go to sleep. So while Gaston and the goat are chilling on the truck, he starts hearing the locusts go apeshit. Then out the blue, they all start floating above the house. Then they all start attacking the fucking truck. But they don't attack the truck, they attack the goat. But Gaston doesn't know that he was just ducking and hiding. Mom comes back home like, man, what the fuck is going on? She calls out for her daughter, Laura. Laura acts like, you know what I'm saying, what the fuck going on? Like she don't know nothing. Later on, she drives around looking for the goat. She goes out by the field, and the goat was torn the fuck up by locusts. Like, oh shit. These motherfuckers done turned deadly. He comes back and tells Gaston, like, maybe the goat just ran away or something like that. Told him we're gonna go look for him tomorrow. Laura like, bitch, really? Nevertheless, she takes him out on a fake search and rescue mission. Man, you know what it is already. So to get everybody out this element, mom's gonna take all of them to the beach. Some downtown to get to enjoy themselves. But it's all distraction. She know they ain't going nowhere. When they come back, Kareem gives Laura a bike. One that she's always been asking for. She approves. Later, one-on-one with Kareem and Virginia again, and he's trying to give her the business, but she won't let him. She don't want him to see the scars all over her body, coming from no goddamn locust. But she got the people here, they're trying to do something, but the tree's in the way, so she about to chop this tree down. But Gaston doesn't want her to do it for some reason. I guess she's got to a point where she can't put money into buying blood, so she gives her own blood and puts it on some type of napkin or something, like a sponge or whatever, and feeds it to the locust. Next day, Kareem comes to visit her. He feels like he's being ignored, and he is. But like I said, Kareem, you don't want to deal with that anyway. Later on, she's out night smoking. Apparently, she heard that neighbor's dog get loose again. So he calls the dog over and steps inside the greenhouse. Oh no. Please tell me she's not about to do what I fucking think she's about to do. Yes, she put the dog in one of the locust bags. What the fuck? At this point, she has completely lost her goddamn mind. Next morning, she's trying to clean up messes, and this guy comes along with his friend. He wants to buy more locusts. So at this point, Gaston's getting ready to go to soccer camp, and Laura's helping him pack. She's like, look, you've been begging for this for like 2 months. Take this time and get the hell up out of here. Later on, Virginia's driving, and she got buckets. She going out at night. What is she about to do now? Sees him cutting up another animal. I don't know if it's a deer or a goat or whatever. Drains the intestines out of it and puts the blood in the buckets just to get back to the locust. There's seriously something off with this lady. Next day, Laura tries to wake up Mom, and they drop off Gaston so he can go to soccer camp. That's right, go with them. You don't want to be around for this shit. Apparently, she used her bike to drop him off because Mom didn't go. And why didn't Mom go? Because when Laura comes back to the house, she's not there. But then when she comes into the greenhouse, Mom is letting the swarm feed on her. What the fuck? Well, that's enough for you to pack your shit and get the fuck out. But she's so scared to leave, she just locks herself in the bathroom. But she had her phone in the bathroom and she texts Kareem for some help. Tell her to come over right now. When he gets to the house, apparently Mom looks fine. But we know she's not. Then it gets to one point she could barely even stand. Probably because the locust been drinking all her damn blood. So they all went back to his house for like dinner and a movie. Well, while he's talking to Laura, he wants to get Laura to explain whatever, but Laura doesn't say nothing. That's when Virginia gets into an argument with Kareem. Virginia's like, take me home, but Laura wants to stay. But he's going to end up taking both of them home. Meanwhile, we got the old dude came back looking for his dog. He hops up in the greenhouse. He goes looking around, finds his dog done dead. But afterwards, he looks up, and oh my god, there's a bunch of them shits on top of the tent, yo. Yeah, nigga, you done. So he drove him back to the house and act like he was leaving. But he like, fuck that shit, something's up. So he goes inside one of the tents and finds the old man dead as shit. The locust been eating on him. Virginia comes back out like, hey, what's wrong, man? So, he got a whole different opinion about her now. He like, yo, fuck this shit. But of course, she don't know a guy actually got eaten. But she was feeding them niggas dogs and all that other type of shit. Mom's trying to break down the door like, what you tell Kareem? What the fuck? Well, while that's going on, Kareem's like, man, fuck this shit. This nigga put kerosene to the tents and burn them shits to the ground. But the locusts are still escaping and they ready for beef. Kareem and Laura get inside. Virginia's still out there. What the fuck is she trying to save? Then she opens up the door, not unlocking it, letting all the locusts in. Now all of a sudden you would act like you scared to be around them. You're the catalyst for this shit. But Kareem got caught up. He's dead as shit. Laura's running around out in the woods. She's like, man, I gotta get up out of here. But they on the loose. They chasing her. So she gets in the water, turns the boat upside down, and gets out of the boat. Pretty smart. But these things are attacking the boat, trying to turn it over. Mom gets out there, cuts herself all up, so the locusts will come to her. She goes in the water. The locusts start attacking, thinking she's pretty much fucked. Laura swimming towards mommy. The locusts hit the water and drown, but somehow she survived. Now I get it. Laura and Gaston need their mom, but she should have got knocked off. Fuck that shit. Kareem didn't have to die. Like, what did he do? The old man got killed. She was out there killing dogs and all types of other animals just to feed fucking locusts. Why you couldn't just get yourself a real job? Miss Virginia ain't shit. The Swarm on Netflix. Check it out. Like, click, subscribe, do all that. You already know what time it is. Easy, easy, bitch. Big. Get the goddamn slogan.